Alright guys, we are back playing in the Lorwyn Throwback League. So, I think we can keep this. I like having the counter spell. Terror isn't bad, so I think we can go with it. So we will be going second. We are going against Tommy 90. So usually we do a little introduction and go over the deck in my videos, but I tried to find a way that I could look at the deck before I went back into our next match, and I don't see a way. So we're jumping right in. We are still playing the same cruel control deck that we were playing last week. If you didn't see last week's video, well then what are you doing here? You need to be watching that video. It's exciting. It's fun. Actually, it wasn't super fun. If you missed it, we did lose on a timeout. Because I'm not good at this game. You see, I am not a control player, and so I have to overthink my plays whenever I play control, and that causes me to take too much time. But that's not going to happen in this game. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. So our opponent, so far we're seeing red, green, and that treetop village. So I'm trying to remember what deck that was that we saw, because I looked at the list before we started that first video. I'm trying to remember what deck it was that played that. If you did miss the first video, this is a league where you enter in for 10 ticks and you play 3 games, and however well you do with it, you win a payout. Don't exactly know what the payout is. I guess we'll find out at the end. But they're predetermined decks. There are 10, I think. I'm kind of tempted to kill this thing. Let's kill it. Oh no, Moto. Don't do this, Moto. There we go. Okay. I was scared because I don't exactly get a redo with these. Normally, if a match goes poorly, then I can still get another match for you guys, but these I only get one shot with. Alright, so we draw a Broodmate Dragon. That could come in handy a little bit later, but it doesn't help us out a whole lot right now. I think we're just going to keep waiting, because I really don't want to cast a Mole Drifter for Evoke if I don't have to. I wish I could remember, because you can look at all the deck lists if you didn't see the first video. And I do remember seeing what this deck was, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, this is Swans. Okay. Now I'm trying to think of what exactly we should do about it, because I don't think Pithing Needle. It's activated abilities. I'm trying to think of what exactly Pithing Needle would do in this matchup. I don't think it does anything for us. So let's make blue, make blue, make blue, make whatever, and cast Mole Drifter. I really hate evoking cards. I like to just go ahead and play them outright. So we do get the Esper Charm. So it's going to allow us to disrupt their hand. We really need counter magic to stop that Ad Nauseum. Moto is really laggy right now. I'm not sure why. So we do have counter magic. We could play Broodmate this turn, but I'd rather keep some counters up. So let's play a Vivid Creek and pass. I really don't know what to do because I'm so bad at counter magic. Okay, so there is the Ad Nauseum, so we're going to go ahead and stop that. So we can cast this for just one, and he won't be able to pay it. So let's tap blue here. God, come on, Moto, what's going on with you today? Besides always being laggy. And then just double blue, I guess. Trying to use this in the most efficient way possible. If Moto will stop being laggy. Moto, you know that we had problems with time before. You can't do this to us. So our opponent will have to pay one now. So looks like they're not going to be able to do that. I don't think there's any fast mana or force of wills in this format. So now we can decide whether to put this on top or bottom. I actually think we'll leave this on top. Clash happened there, which is a weird mechanic. If you don't know why Swans is so important to Ad Nauseum players, is because back then you could, this would be the ideal way to play Ad Nauseum. You play these Swans, and because it says that if it would deal damage to you, you deal damage to the Swans instead. So you can just redirect all of that Ad Nauseum burn to the Swans. And now we've got a problem, because Seismic Assault is how they want to win the game. Because back then this is how they won, instead of the that spell that oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the spell that Ad Nauseum uses now, the burn spell, what was that? Spine Rock, no, Hideaway. Oh, he's doing it now. How many cards is it? Oh, wait. Deals damage to Swans. Oh, so he targets it and draws cards equal. Okay, so I'm wrong, and I don't know how to play this game. So essentially he's going to discard 1 to draw 2. So as long as he has, I wish that I could, I think I have my skip action on. Not that I can stop this at this point. But so basically he's trying to do this and keep drawing until he has 10 lands, because then he can shoot me. So essentially he's losing 1 to get a chance to get 2 more. So I assume he's at that point now because he's starting to burn me. So yeah, I messed up. That is how the birds combo goes. So it was an interesting way to play Ad Nauseum. You didn't have that cool way of not dying, the Phyrexian Unlife, but this, I think, is one of the more interesting ways to play Ad Nauseum. Unfortunately, we did not beat it. Even if I think that we were out of the game anyway. So I'm not going to say that was too bad for us. I think that even if we would have countered even one more thing, I think we were still out of it. So that does not kill off his swans. This forces him to discard, but I don't think that's going to help us too much. Counter magic seems like the most important thing here. Celestial Purge doesn't do anything. Well, it does get rid of his enchantment. Problem is he can do so much at instant speed. So we need creature removal and enchantment removal. So what does not do that? That only destroys creatures, but having it as a one-of isn't bad. Having a blocker isn't hugely important. Volcanic Fallout doesn't do anything. So I think we can take those out because his creatures are too big to die to it. So that brings in some counters and a Celestial Purge. And then Wispmare. Destroy target enchantment. So yeah, Wispmare. We need to go down something. I actually think that we can go down a Cruel Ultimatum. Or maybe a Broodmate. I think a Broodmate. The reason why I was thinking about taking Cruel Ultimatum out is just because it's so high of a casting cost. Alright, so we'll play first. We just gotta be fast. I am really trying to not perform incredibly terribly for you guys. Because I am excited. This is the first time I've played in one of these. Well, on the channel. Problem is, I don't know. I was really hoping to not get a control deck. There were so many decks that I was really excited to play, and I just didn't get any of them. So here we are, playing control. So I think we'll keep Counter Magic open and Flash and Plume Veil if nothing else. I mean, I really could have gone down on the... I think I should have taken out a Plume Veil. We are going to try to counter that. And by try, I mean we pretty much can. Or do we want to? Because we can go to Wispmare. I think we're going to... Let's let that go because we'll take it out with Wispmare and save the counter spell for something that we can't get rid of. I think we will Flash and a Plume Veil, but I skipped too much because of Moto's lag. Darn Moto. It really, like, the card really doesn't make much of a difference here because I can't swing with it. So let's produce some white. Do I want to just evoke it and keep counter magic open? Let's do that. I think that's the best play. Unfortunately. Goodbye, poor Wismare. Well, hopefully we can get something good to counter here. So we'll see what they cascade into. So we're going to counter that. If it will let me tap Orchard, which I really don't have to, but we don't have anything else that we can do with it. So that is a second Seismic Assault out of our way. We win the clash, and we will put this on the bottom. We are not very close to casting that. And we already have that one. So we will let the Blood Braid Elf come down and take 3. So I guess now the Plume Veil is handy. Play Vivid Marsh. Kind of want to go for the wall. Let's do that. Or no, because we can bluff a counterspell like this. I think this is how you're supposed to play control decks. You bluff counterspells, right? We'll bluff a counterspell, and if nothing else, we'll throw out the Plume Veil and block this Blood Braid Elf. This is a really interesting format. I like it a lot. Let's just block this bad boy. One, two, three. Plume Veil is just very interesting. Like, it's has Defender but Flash, and it has 4 power. That's, I mean, I don't think it's great, but it's not bad. So now did we mess up by not bluffing a counterspell anymore? Okay, so that is one that we will have to deal with at least. So Hand Disruption is pretty good here, if I do say so myself. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of effective Hand Disruption right now. So let's see if we can get a land off the Mull Drifter. We do not. We do get the Terror, which will get rid of the Seismic Assault if we make it through another turn. And the Gate is not bad either. There's 5 cards in hand. That's more than enough to create a problem. So is this going to be the Swans? No, Ad Nauseum. Okay, so he's taking a little more of a risk. Because without the Swans, he could very easily end up hurting himself a little bit too much Firelit Thicket, Treetop Village, Vivid Grove, Primal Command, Reflecting Pool, Spine Rock Knoll, Firelit Thicket, Vivid Meadow, Graven Cairns, Reflecting Pool, Bloodbraid Elf. I'm pretty sure he's at enough to kill us now. Swans. I guess he's being safe, yeah. So that's enough to kill us. So good game to Tommy 90. That was tough. That was hard fought. I mean, not really hard fought for them, but it was pretty rough for us. Swans was one of the decks that I wanted to get. It's just a very cool deck. If you're an Ad Nauseum player, if you're a newer Ad Nauseum player, this is your legacy. Oh, now he's just being rude, getting rid of our Muldrifter, getting rid of our creature. It's just mean. Whoa, what do we have drawn? If Moto decides to tell us what we would have drawn. Ah, well, Moto just not doing that for us. Okay, well, we got the big L there, but we still have one more game, guys. We can turn it around. Alright, guys, we're going first. We're playing against Edwin Jivid Q. Yeah, that. So, Vivid Meadow and a Reflecting Pool with a pretty darn good hand besides that. Let's keep it. We'll just try it. We'll see what our opponent is playing. We gotta make this one work, guys. We got 2 L's on our shoulders right now. And Moto taking its sweet time. I've noticed with the leagues, Moto's a lot slower if you're playing in League. So, any land that you control could produce. Okay. Just making sure. Because the way this works is if we have a Vivid Meadow out, it technically could produce any color. So Reflecting Pool is a 5-color land. I think I mentioned that in the first video, but just cover it again. So far, I think this might be the mirror match. And the reason I say that is because I think that they gave each of the decks different basic lands, if I'm thinking correctly. I may be completely wrong on that. But I think they did, and so that would mean they have the same basics as us. I could be completely wrong and I'm crazy, but then the Reflecting Pool, the Sunken Ruins, I don't know, a lot of these decks have a similar mana base, but this just looks very, very close. And the Muldrifter, I think our deck was one of the only ones that played Muldrifter. So he evokes the Muldrifter. I'm going to say that this is the mirror. If so, this person will most likely play our deck in a far superior manner. So let's play an island. So we have the ability to Cryptic Command as well now, so that's another reason not to play Muldrifter yet. So much we could do with this land base with this hand. We could Terror, Broken Ambition, Cryptic Command. Any way you want it, that's the way we need it. Our opponent going to their main phase 2. I wonder if that was a misclick or whether they... Yeah, they don't have anything, so they're going to discard the hand size, discarding the Pithing Needle. So this is definitely the mirror, which will be interesting. I'm scared, but it should be interesting. It looks like our opponent is off to a little bit of a slow start. Or are they? Maybe they're going after us now. No. So we will go pass through their turn, holding priority for one of our beautiful counterspells, but it does not look like that counterspell is coming. Well, going to be of use. They discard the Volcanic Fallout. Wow, another cryptic command. I really feel like if I evoke this Mole Drifter, I'm going to regret it, but we may be the ones discarding the hand size after this. I do really want to draw land, though. And we do. Which one do we play? Let's play the Vivid Marsh. Pass. We still have access to Terror and Broken Ambition. Opponent discards a hand size again. They seem to be having a really rough time with mana. So we are at 7 mana now. So we're looking pretty good there. I think we could go ahead and put a Broodmate into play, I think is what I want to do. So let's tap here for blue and red. Blue. Black. Green. Green and then colorless red. How much does this cost? 6. Okay, so that is enough. Alright. Casting Broodmate Dragon, and looks like our opponent has a counterspell. I mean, they had to, because at this point, like... So we can put Vivid Creek on top or bottom. I'm going to put that on bottom. I'm feeling pretty good with our land count right now. I mean, I definitely had a suspicion that we were going to get countered there, but at this point, I felt like it was worth it. We do have 2 Broodmates in hand, and our opponent is very far behind us on mana. So now he could play Broken Ambition for 2, and we can still pay for it. So let's go with the same plan that we did last time. Cast a Broodmate. So we can pay the 2 cost. If he had Broken Ambition, he doesn't have the mana for Cryptic Command. So we should be fine here. So now we have 8 damage on board. Our opponent is at 4 lands and seems to be very backed up. Going to pay cost. Blue and black, maybe a Terror. Oh no, Esper Charm. Okay, to draw 2 cards. I kind of want a Broken Ambition this. He's just so behind on cards that getting him 2 cards seems kind of bad. If Moto will let me cast it. There we go. I think it definitely is playing in leagues. It seems like that slows Moto down. Yeah, we will counter that Esper Charm. Sorry, my man, but cannot let that happen. We'll put this on bottom. I'd really like to get to maybe our cruel card ultimatum. Yeah. It is the namesake of the deck, so I'd like to actually get to play it. I don't know if we've played it yet. I can't remember the first game. It's been a couple days since that one. Took a break in recording. Cast Esper Charm and then cast a Terror. So we are down 1 dragon, but he can't kill the actual broodmate with Terror. I'm gonna cast the Mole Drifter here. I'm just gonna tap these for colorless. And then tap here, here, and I don't need to tap here. So let's undo that and tap this instead and cast Mole Drifter. Like I said, I hate evoking Mole Drifters, and at this point damage on board is winning us the game anyway. So Celestial Purge definitely matches up for this matchup. So let's go ahead and swing for 4. And we do have access to our 2 removal spells, and technically our Volcanic Fallout, actually. But I don't really feel like that's going to be the card we play. Also do have to keep in mind that he may have the Flash Defender with flying. I think this deck plays 3 of them. So we will have to keep that in mind. He might throw that down. I think Moto is doing its slow down thing again. Or no, he's paying cost. At least it says he is. So here comes his own broodmate. And I think we will kill it with the Celestial Purge. So let's tap, and Celestial Purge. Exiling it, and then we could Terror and kill that one. Let's play the Mole Drifter. I know people are probably frustrated with just how long I wait to play a Mole Drifter, because I frustrate myself with that. But I'm really cautious with it, and I hate wasting a card. Especially right now, just getting damage out seems like best option. So let's cast Terror, getting rid of the dragon, and then swinging for 6, putting him down to 10. So we won't have any counter open against him this turn, but we do have Cruel Ultimatum in the weights. 2 Cryptic Commands, and 2 Volcanic Fallouts. I think it's pretty hard for us to lose at this point. I could be wrong, but just at where our opponent is at mana-wise, I'm feeling confident. So the Broodmate comes down. Alright, so we need 3 black, 2 red, and 2 blue. So we'll make 2 blue, a black here, take one of the blue and make double black. So it puts us to 3 blue. Red, and make double red with it. And then we just need blue. Right? Yeah. So that's Cruel Ultimatum. So nobody can say that we didn't actually get to play Cruel Control. So discards cards, sacrifices cards. We choose a creature in our graveyard to add back. We're going to choose our Broodmate. So we draw some cards. We can play a Reflecting Pool. We're at 3 mana. So the best thing we could do is cast Plumeveil. That way we don't have to discard to hand size. Now Plumeveil's out, and we're gonna swing everything. He has to block the Broodmate with his Broodmate, which means 2 of them get through, putting him to 1 life and no blockers and 1 card in hand. So it may be that the only deck that we have a chance against is our own deck. We won that game against the Merfolk player. Oh my god, did I just skip my turn? Oh my god. I thought that was still on his turn. Jesus. Well, we have stuff that we can do at instant speed, I guess. To our opponent, I apologize if you're watching this. I didn't do that mockingly or anything. I just accidentally hit the wrong button there, as I do in most all of these videos. So our opponent is playing something, maybe a Cryptic Command to close us out, but so we can counter and return target permanent, counter and draw spell. Let's return a permanent. We'll bounce the Vivid Marsh. Do that by tapping black here. cast Cryptic Command. Go ahead and swing in for game. Okay, so let's go to sideboarding. What are we bringing? Remove soul doesn't look good. Negates look good. I kind of like the Scepter of Fuge, or whatever it is, I still don't know. Target player discards a card. I really like this in terms of hand disruption. That way it kind of keeps him from holding counter spells. I don't know whether I want to bring in 4 of them. And the Celestial Purge works. I think I want to go down a Terror to go up a Celestial Purge. And then what else do we lose? The Volcanic Fallouts really don't do anything at all. I mean, it can kill some... Really, the only thing it kills is a Mole Drifter. So we might actually go down all of those and bring in the Scepters. The Scepters are kind of risky. I don't know. Sideboarding in this format for me is kind of weird. So that will put us back up. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you would have sided here, because this is kind of weird. Like, maybe Wrath of God to get rid of some Broodmates, but I mean, that's really the biggest thing to worry about. Alright, well, we're back to it. Let's try and see whether we can pick up a win here. We've got 2 L's on our record. Let's keep it. We can get our Scepter into play. And if nothing else, see how it goes playing it. Only thing that I don't like about it is that I can't activate it on his turn. Let's play Sunken Runes. I feel like this is probably going to get countered. But really, if it does, it's not a huge deal, and we do have another one. Yeah, he's going to go for the counter. So now we will clash. Vivid Creek and Reflecting Pool, so that's going to be a tie. And I'm going to leave this on top. Our opponent having none of that, going ahead and getting rid of our Scepter. Which, like I said, I mean, it's a bummer, but we do have another one in hand, and it's definitely not the most crucial part of our deck. I want to try it again. Let's just go for it. Let's see whether we can get it out. I would have put out the Reflecting Pool so I could play against Broken Ambition again, but it really wouldn't have made a difference because he is at 3 mana, and I'd rather get my tap land into play. What is coming at us for Esper? Probably an Esper Charm, yes. Drawing himself some cards. That doesn't matter, we're gonna scepter them away. Probably not. And as I say it, Celestial Purge comes down. Well, it had a good run. I don't know whether we keep trying to push through and get something on board or whether we just start holding back. Let's push through one more time. Like I said, I am not a good blue player. Honestly, if he wants to burn counter spells here, then that's fine with me, honestly. I'd rather get them out now for the small stuff. So Muldrifter for our opponent casts it for full cost. Exotic Orchard for us. Well, we could kill that with a Celestial. Well, no, it isn't black or red. I was thinking it was Terror. Let's just pass. Kind of surprised that he brought in the Remove Soul. I think we're gonna go ahead and Celestial Purge this now. Oh, that's right, we can't. Oh man, what am I doing? I think he probably has a pretty good idea of that being in my hand now. But yeah, I think that the Remove Soul was kind of questionable to bring in. I didn't bring mine in mainly because I was just I really don't want to discard cards. I need to cast 5. Or do I want to just blow it up with Celestial Purge? Let's blow it up with Celestial Purge. We will have to discard a card, assuming that he activates it. So we can discard Wall of Reverence. I think that's the correct play. Because there's less things that we can hit with Celestial Purge than we can do with our Broken Ambition. There we go, Moto. Alright, so Cascade Bluffs, and we don't have much to do. We need to get another mana so that we can get this Cruel Ultimatum. I don't know why I was thinking Intentions. I didn't play this format, guys. I don't know the names of these cards. like I said in the last video, overall, like, I would be considered a fairly new player. So these things are pretty fun for me, getting to go back and see some of the older decks. If you're watching this on Sunday, you still have a couple of days to get in on this. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. It is 10 ticks. The bummer is that you don't get to keep the cards. Target player discards cards. I mean, I'm gonna lose the card if I don't go for it now anyway. So I need to tap one more here. So let's cast it like this. Oh yeah, choose target spell. Oh yeah, I need to cast one more. Make it 4. We'll leave this on top. Because here's what I'm hoping is going to happen. I'm hoping that he's going to use this mana for something so that I feel safe in casting Cruel Ultimatum. He loses his Mull Drifter, he discards cards, loses life, I draw some cards, we draw into something cool and win the game, and we all go home and like, I don't know, meet like some cool girls or something. I don't know what you guys are into. Just, you know, that's what I was thinking. I really do wonder why you guys watch this show. I wouldn't. You probably should continue to watch the show, though. I wouldn't stop, you know. I'm digging this hole even deeper, aren't I? But either way, Cruel Intentions, Ultimatum, we're playing the deck. It resolves. Okay. Do we draw into cool stuff and chill with cool women? Probably not. We only get back our Wall of Reverence, which is kind of a bummer. I want cool stuff, but no matter. We force our opponent to discard some good cards. So he brought in this card that I still can't figure out what it's sided for. Apparently it's sided for this. Maybe if they're forcing you to discard cards, you could bring it back and discard it instead. I don't know, that just seems like a lot of work for not much. Let's get the Wall of Reverence out, because that way we can block this Broodmate safely. So now we gain 1 life. We are running low on time. I just noticed that. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, we can't do this, guys. Not again. I refuse. Oh my god. Once again, we're in this position. Guys, if we time out, I might cry, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided not to flash in there because I want to play this Esper Charm to draw some cards and hopefully hurry up and win. Let's play a Vivid Marsh, or Vivid Creek rather. Creeks and marshes, whatever, you know, just... Our opponent goes to pay some cost. What will they cast? Will we counter it? I think so, because, well, why not? So we need to tap 3 more. I don't know, maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what exactly this is supposed to be sided for. We will keep that on top, because that will allow us to actually win the game, probably. But it is very slow. We have to hurry, guys. I can't lose again. I will cry. Alright. We're gonna flash in this wall thing. We're gonna do it super fast. Or do we want to play the Esper Charm? I think we just want to flash this in and kill off one of his creatures. Guys, I can't express to you how nervous I am right now. It's like everything that I've ever done in life has come down to this moment. Muldrifter. There's 2 cards in hand. I would so much rather him just play something that absolutely destroys us than us lose to time. Vivid Creek, go. Green. Look at the black there. We need another one there. Come on, blue, tap. Broodmate Dragon. Vivid Creek. Moto, don't lag anymore. We can't afford it. Oh, pick, declare. Yes. I'm sure this is great fun to watch. Like, this is highbrow entertainment. A grown man shrieking and terrified that he's going to time out while playing a game. So let's just... Come on. Let's do this. We gotta draw some cards. We gotta move some things, get rowdy. Let's play this Vivid Meadow and attack with these 2 creatures. 1 minute left, guys. We just have to figure out how to win in that amount of time. Alright, so he takes 4 there. We're gonna gain 4. Yes. We can't go down like this, guys. This is why I can never play control. We're gonna discard our Pithing Needle. I actually should have sided that out. I'll discard this Sunken Ruins. I'm happy to. It makes me feel good that I discarded it. Alright. Not worried about the Mystic Gate. I don't care about it. I just want to attack. "32 seconds. We can't win. We can't do it. We're at 31 life and we're gonna lose." He's gonna tap for the Scepter, which means I need the millisecond to tap this Mystic Gate. Click. Come on, 20 seconds. If we draw a Cruel Ultimatum, we win. If I can tap mana quick enough, which we all know I can't. But that's the only card we can draw that wins us the game. We can do it. We totally can't do it. But oh no, the Cryptic Command. We can't win the game, guys. Oh no. Yep. Well, we finished it out with 32 life. So our opponent is most likely just going to pass here. Watch us time out. Man, guys. We went out in spectacular fashion. We're going to gain 1 life and go to 33. We got 10 play points out of this. Man. Well, guys, we learned a lot of things in this. We learned that these leagues can be really cool and really fun. I did enjoy them. We learned that I should never be allowed to play control because I'm far too slow for it. And we learned that I came extremely close to winning that game, as well as totally having won that first game in the last video. I'm not salty at all, even though I totally am. But if you guys haven't gotten in on this, definitely go ahead and try it out. I really enjoyed it, and of course there will be more of them. I don't know how many more there are going to be. They've been through a lot of standard formats by now. But to quickly talk about something else, I've made this straw poll for you guys, and I'll link it down in the description. So I'd like you guys to vote if you're interested in me playing some Commander 17 decks. I definitely want to. I have all 4 of them here, so you can vote for which one you'd like to see me play on the channel. So just go ahead and do that. Give me an idea of which one I should work on. I'm not sure exactly when they will be on Moto. I think they come out on the 27th, but I think Moto is a little bit behind that. But I'm definitely going to get them, and I definitely want to play with them. So let me know which one you guys would prefer, and I will definitely play whichever one wins. The poll will end whenever we get to the point to where they're actually on Moto. So you have a little bit of time to contemplate it, think it over. But so I will link this in the description of all the videos. from this point up to when the poll will close. That way we can get a good idea. So the link will be in the description, but just wanted to show you guys that. Uh, Other than that, I don't really have much else to say except for the usual shilling. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I, of course, enjoy making videos for you guys, so let me know what you think in the comment down below. Help me improve, because you guys know I'm always trying to improve. Obviously, I need to improve in my speed. But I do love talking to you lovely people, and I sometimes get distracted. But I hope you guys can forgive me this time, and all the other times that I've done it that I've asked you to forgive me. But I did have fun. I hope you guys had fun checking out how these decks play, getting to look back in time a little bit. Maybe if you guys are older players, you could reminisce with this a little bit. So make sure, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandparents, send this to them, send it to everybody. We make a lot of cool things on the channel, at least I think they're cool, so make sure you subscribe. That way you can see all of my videos as well as the other videos from other makers on this channel. And I will leave you guys with all of that, and I will see you in the next video.